You know, you thought he was an opera singer. When we were kids, we thought, Roy Orbison, everybody turned their stereos up. And he was like, ah. He was no louder than that, but it was just magic. Now, I have the daunting task of recutting Crying. Crying over you. I got to recut Crying, and it's at a slower tempo. They're like, could you put any more rocks in my boat? You know, it's like, good Lord. We get all set up, we're ready to play. Katie's there, she's not singing. Roy's gonna sing, I'm gonna put her in there. We start tracking. Roy goes, ha, 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 ha. I'm looking at my engineer, Dusty Wakeman, I'm going, where's the guy from last night who just buried me, right? And he's like, he'd gotten a cold, he couldn't sing. And it's like, oh my God. So we're sitting there. So I said, all right, let's track it. So we track it. We have basics cut and no Roy. KD says, I'll sing my part, I'll sing it. Can I get a mic I can hold? And we're like, well, we got nothing to lose, give her a mic to hold. So she gets a mic to hold and we go, all right, roll it. And you know, I've done a couple hundred vocal sessions by then, so I'm figuring we'll get warmed up, we're gonna cut that, and we're gonna comp, we're gonna fix, and blah, blah, blah. And she goes into a performance for me and Dusty. Like, we're looking, and she's like, and she's doing the mic and the thing and the whole 9 yards. I said, wow, that's really good. Let's do another one, right? I mean, you're thinking you're gonna sing it with the best 3 or 4 or 5 times. So boom, she does another one, just kills it. And she's like on the Tonight Show or whatever, you know, at the amphitheater. And I go to say, can we do one more? And she goes, you know, I can't keep doing this. And I get my hand off the button, I'm looking at Dusty, I said, I think she's right. I said, okay, let's take a little break. And I'm just like, oh my God. And she just buried it, and it was in F, and it wasn't her key. Some weeks go by, we reconverge in Vancouver. It's about 11:30 in the morning. We're getting ready to go. And Roy's there, and Kay's there, and the track is done, and Roy's talking, you know, and Kay's like, you know, has some tea with honey, and she goes, Roy, do you want some tea and honey? You know, I've got some hot tea for your throat, and this, that, and the other thing. And he's like, no, you know, I like, you know what works for my throat is milk chocolate. And the last thing you want a singer to do is drink milk. Especially before they sing. It's no dairy, please. It just clogs everything up. He said, I like milk chocolate. You know, I went to Australia and I used to drink Coca-Cola and milk chocolate before I sang. And then the Coca-Cola didn't taste the same to me in Australia. So I tried to do a different type of cola, but I always liked the milk chocolate. Kay's like, all right, get him a Coke. Gets a Coke, glass of ice, pack of cigarettes, lighter, walks out. He said, I'm ready to sing now. We go, all right, Roy. Do-do-do-do. Roy's ready to sing, right? Roy walks out on the floor, and he's like, excuse me, but could I get a music stand? And it's like, do-do-do, the king wants a music stand. Everybody starts, Roy Orbison wants a music stand in there. Boom, 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 boom. They come out, they bring a music stand out. Roy takes the music stand, goes, takes it flat like this, takes his Coke, his glass of ice, his ashtray, his Marlboros, and his lighter. And now he's ready to sing. And it's like, of all the things I would say don't ever do, is all those things. But it's Roy Orbison. And he puts them all on the music stand, bends it down, and goes, I'm ready now. And just magic. And he sang so soft. But his voice was so voluminous and voluptuous. You know, you thought he was an opera singer. When we were kids, we thought, Roy Orbison, everybody turned their stereos up. And he was like, ah. He was no louder than that, but it was just magic. It was just magic what his voice could do. And so he sang, and then Kay went out and sang, and she sang harmony with him, and we won a Grammy with it. The addendum to the story is that I had to call him up about something post of this in Malibu. I had his home number, and I knew Barbara, his wife. I rang the phone, and they picked it up, and she said, hello, and I said, Barbara, it's Pete Anderson. Could I talk to Roy? And she went, Roy, it's Pete. He knew me as Pete.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to more Rock Talk TV.